Hello students, in this video we are going to learn third and fourth stanza from the poem Telephone Conversation. Stanza 3. Are you dark or very light? Revelation came. You mean like plain or milk chocolate? Her accent was clinical, crushing in its light impersonality, rapidly wavelength adjusted. I chose West African sepia, and as an afterthought, down in my passport, silence for spectroscopic flight of fancy, till truthfulness clanged her accent, hard on the mouthpiece. What's that? Conceding. Don't know what that is, like brunette. So here we have given the meaning of the words. Revelation means secret discovered. Accent means agreement or nod. Clinical means scientific, unemotional, and matter of fact. Crushing means humiliation, insulting. Impersonality means not concerned with any human being. Wavelength means same way of thinking. Sepia, reddish brown color. Spectroscopic, trying to analyze in order to understand. Flight of fancy, trying to imagine of guess. Clanged, sounded, echoed. Conceding, admitting. Brunette, dark brown. So having known this meaning, let us try to understand this particular stanza. So please try to understand and then try to summarize or paraphrase in your own words. Let us take a few seconds. Now we move on to explanation of the third stanza. Again, the exchange was so stark, as if they were not talking about a human being, but were discussing the color of a carpet or a shirt. This impersonal tone was very humiliating. So he adjusted his own tone to be on the same wavelength as her and answered he was West African sepia, as the authorities who had made his passport had described him. He answered in an equally impersonal tone, brunette, because being a woman, she would know that color well. Students, here now we move on to critical comments. The stress in this stanza is again on how he is being reduced to an object and not seen as a human being. The landlady is only bothered about his color, as if the color will tell her everything about a man instead of knowing who he was, what he did, or if he had a family, and whether he would pay the rent regularly. The speaker is terribly hurt and shocked at her questions, but he needs the room, so he submits to her humiliation of him. The double standard practiced by the white people is exposed in these lines. The fact that she is talking to a human being like herself, who has self-respect and feelings, does not even occur to her, because there is no hint of shame or apology in her words. The fact that she is talking to a human being with feelings does not seem to matter to her. Students, now we move on to the fourth stanza. That's dark, isn't it? Not altogether. Facially, I am brunette. But ma'am, you should see the rest of me. Palm of my hand, soles of my feet are a peroxide blonde. Friction caused. Foolishly, madam, by sitting down has turned my bottom raven black. One moment, ma'am, sensing her receiver, rearing on the thunderclap about my eyes. Madam, I pleaded, wouldn't you rather see for yourself? Students, here the meaning is given. Peroxide means bleach. Blonde means light golden colored hair. Friction means rubbing. Raven means like a crow, the color of the crow. Rearing means growing. Thunderclap means crash like thunder. So here we have reached fourth stanza of this particular poem. So with this meaning, let us try to make a paraphrase of the stanza. Kindly take a few seconds and try to understand by yourself, and then we move on to understand the contextual explanation of the stanza. In this fourth stanza, we can find various introspection of colors. The speaker clarified that brunette did not mean dark. He then went on to describe the various shades of black color in his body. He said that his face was brunette. The palms and soles of his feet were bleached blonde, but his bottom was very black because of constant rubbing when he sat down. Now we move on to critical comments. As we know, the ending of the poem is full of irony and sarcasm. The black prospective tenant's comments about his own color and his request to the woman to come and see him are an ironical and powerful criticism of the woman's racist and discriminatory attitude. Soinka is a master of satire, and we see some of it here. He starts to mention different parts of the body that are of different colors. While describing his bottom, he explains that it is raven black because he has foolishly been sitting down, thereby rubbing his bottom, repeatedly turning it into dark black color. His sarcasm is wasted on the landlady. So finally, he is forced to plead to her, suggesting she should see him in person, hoping she would change her mind.